This message found you precisely when you needed it the most. You did not click on this by chance. I arranged this exact encounter. If you walk away now, you will wake up tomorrow carrying the exact same confusion you have been begging me to take away. Do not scroll past this. I am not speaking to the crowd today. I am speaking directly to you. My weary one, I know exactly what is happening inside your head. I see the heavy fog that settles over your thoughts before the day has even truly started. You keep losing your words right in the middle of a sentence, and you secretly wonder if you are losing your edge. You are not losing your mind. Something else is quietly draining your sharpness. I am telling you what is happening to you, and I am telling you today. Stay with me through this message. You will finally understand why your memory keeps failing you when you need it most. You will feel the heavy grip on your chest loosen while you listen to my voice, and you will know exactly how to reconnect the scattered pieces of your mind. Do one small thing for me before we go deeper. Type AMEN in the comments if you are tired in a way that sleep does not reach. Put your agreement in writing so your soul remembers it. This is your first step of obedience today. Do it now. Do not let the noise of the world distract you from what I am about to reveal. Let me describe a morning you have lived too many times. You slept the entire night through. You woke up and stood in the kitchen, but the tiredness was already sitting heavy behind your eyes. You walked into a room and completely forgot why you went in there. You read the same sentence 3 times and still walked away with nothing, and you scolded yourself for it immediately. You have told yourself you are just getting older. You have told yourself you are lazy or losing your daily discipline. You constantly apologize to people for forgetting their words. You smile and pretend you are fully present, but a part of you is standing completely outside the room. You are trying so hard to hold everything together, and no one sees how much energy it takes just to appear normal at the dinner table. They see the tasks you finish, but they do not see the invisible battle you fight just to focus on a single thought. I see that battle. I was sitting in the room with you every time you felt overwhelmed by simple things. The exhaustion you feel is not a failure of your character. A lazy person does not carry the weight of an entire family on their shoulders for years. You are not lazy, and you are not broken. You have simply been running on a mind that is no longer working as one single unit. Something has been pulled apart. There is a very real reason why the clarity you had as a child feels so far away right now. It is not a permanent loss. It is a deep disconnection. And I am going to show you exactly how it happened to you. I did not design your mind to be this fragile. I designed it to be sharp, awake, and incredibly strong. The world has demanded too much of your attention for too long. It forced you to split your focus until your mind forgot how to rest in one place. But what was separated can always be rejoined. Listen carefully to what I say next. I am about to name the exact thing that stole your peace. My beloved child, I want to speak directly to the silent panic you carry around with you all day long. You try to recall a simple name and it vanishes from your tongue. You look at a basic list of daily tasks, and you suddenly feel completely paralyzed by the sheer weight of it all. You feel a deep wave of shame wash over you. You quickly laugh it off. But inside your quiet room, you are genuinely terrified. You have been holding a harsh courtroom inside your own chest. You serve as the relentless judge and the accused at the exact same time. You tell yourself that you are slipping. You whisper in the dark that your sharpest years have already passed you by. You look in the mirror and silently wonder if your mind is deteriorating. I never called that courtroom into session. Let me absolutely dismantle that heavy lie right now. You are not losing your memory. You are not experiencing some inevitable mental decay that comes with passing time. You have spent the last 10 years pushing your brain to process 100 demanding things at once. You carried the heavy emotional burdens of your family without ever setting them down. The human mind was not built for that endless pressure. Think about the sheer volume of frantic noise you absorb every single day. The screens are constantly flashing. The endless demands never stop calling your name. You process all the unspoken anxieties of the people you love while trying to hide your own pain. And then you cruelly punish yourself for feeling utterly drained by evening. Your weariness is not a sign of personal weakness. The world has told you to just push harder. They insist that you merely need more discipline to overcome this thick mental fog. They tell you to make better lists or simply wake up an hour earlier. That is a cruel lie designed to keep you exhausted. Discipline cannot fix a holy vessel that is overflowing with the toxic noise of the world. Waking up earlier will not restore a disconnected mind. I want you to set down the heavy label you placed on yourself today. Laziness does not look anything like what you are doing. A lazy soul does not stay up late worrying endlessly about how to provide for their household. A lazy person does not weep silently in the shower because they feel they are failing the people they love. You care so deeply. That massive level of care requires enormous energy. I was sitting right there when you started calling yourself useless. I heard the exact unforgiving tone of voice you used in your own head. It sounded exactly like the voices of people who failed to love you properly in your past. You have adopted their harshness and mistakenly called it the truth. I am officially revoking that harshness today. The thick fog in your mind is not a divine punishment. Your physical body is simply keeping the score of a brutal battle you have been fighting completely alone. When you cannot remember why you walked into a room, it is not your age catching up to you. It is your mind trying to pause an overwhelming flood of frantic information. Your brain is desperately pulling the emergency brake to protect you from shattering. It wants a single moment of absolute stillness. Do not apologize for your exhaustion anymore. Stop explaining your fatigue to people who do not have to carry your specific burdens. You have survived 1,000 silent storms that no one else ever witnessed. I witnessed every single one of them. The confusion you feel is simply the dust settling after a very long war. Now it is time to clear the dust away completely. I am about to tell you a truth that will change how you view your entire life. Please listen closely to my voice right now. I designed your precious mind with profound and deliberate care because I built it with two beautiful halves, meant to work as one single masterpiece. One half handles your daily logic and your practical reasoning. The other half holds your deep sensing and wonder. They were created to dance together perfectly in absolute harmony. But something broke that sacred rhythm a long time ago. The relentless noise of this world began pulling those two halves apart, and the endless demands created a deep fracture inside your thoughts. Your mind was violently forced to divide its attention just to survive the heavy days, and a divided mind quickly becomes an exhausted mind. This separation is the exact reason why you feel so incredibly scattered today. Your logic is desperately trying to solve problems, while your spirit is utterly starved of peace. This quiet internal injury is the Great Disconnection. It is absolutely not a permanent medical disease. It is a quiet spiritual injury caused by a world that refuses to slow down. I have watched this exact thing happen 10,000 times in 10,000 houses. It is always the exact same tragic sequence. The demanding noise of the world gets louder. The mind splits its focus to protect itself from the chaos. And then the quiet season arrives, where you mistakenly believe you are completely broken. You are truly not a broken human being. You are simply disconnected from the original design I placed inside you. Now look back with me at those deeply frustrating years. Those years you called your failing years were not failures at all. You were trying to carry massive burdens using only half of the strength I gave you, and you were essentially walking through a thick fog with one eye closed. You did not lose your sharp natural intelligence. You lost the vital connection between your reasoning and your rest. I want you to pause right here and claim your validation. Type the words, "I was not imagining the weight." Put those exact words in the comments below right now. Let this place know that you finally understand the heavy burden you have been carrying. I always read what my beloved children write. Doing this simple act changes you from a passive listener into an active participant. The enemy of your soul wants you to stay permanently disconnected. A divided mind cannot recognize the beautiful future I am preparing. A scattered soul stays trapped in anxiety and cannot step into its true authority. But the noise of the world does not have the final say over your life. What the world pulled apart can absolutely be brought back together. I did not leave you without a clear path back to wholeness. I have already prepared a way to bridge the gap inside your precious mind. The true reconnection does not require endless years of agonizing struggle, and it does not demand impossible discipline from someone who is already drained. The healing begins the moment you realize the fog is not your identity. You have survived the hardest part of the journey already. You carried the crushing weight of a divided mind, and you still showed up for the people you love. That is a massive testament to the resilient spirit I placed inside your chest. Now it is time to stop surviving and start operating as the complete vessel I intended you to be. The total reconnection is within your immediate reach. Your precious mind is officially declared holy ground. I am ready to clear the heavy smoke from that ground today. Take a deep breath and let the cruel judgment of your past fall away, because the days of fighting through the mental fog are coming to a deliberate end. The broken pieces are shifting back into their rightful place. Keep walking with me as I reveal the tool that restores your clarity. Let us look back at the past 10 years of your long journey together. I want you to examine those scattered years with profound gentleness today. You have consistently called those difficult seasons your ultimate personal failure. You truly believed your sharp mind was slowly abandoning you in the dark, but you were never failing to measure up to my standards. You were simply surviving a severe internal storm, and your spirit had absolutely no safe place to hide from the chaos. Think about the days you sat in your car feeling totally lost. You could not remember a single item on your daily list. You stared at the steering wheel and felt a deep wave of shame. You called yourself useless and wondered why you could not focus. But that forgotten list was never a true sign of your weakness. It was the undeniable symptom of a divided mind, and it was trying desperately to protect you from shattering completely. When your mind split from the sheer pressure of your daily life, it desperately sought a quiet place to heal. But there was no quiet place available for you in that season. So your brain did the only thing it could do to survive the crushing demands. It built a thick wall to block out the overwhelming stress of your loud reality. I call this thick protective wall the noise shelter. You hid inside it because the world outside demanded far too much. Your mind created this shelter so you would not shatter into pieces. When you lost your words right in the middle of a sentence, your exhausted brain was pulling the emergency brake. When you forgot those important dates, your weary mind was simply refusing to carry one more heavy piece of data. The fog you hated so much was actually shielding your heart from total collapse. It kept you breathing when the pressure became too heavy. You have spent thousands of days apologizing for a brilliant defense mechanism that you did not even know you had. You asked your family to forgive you for being so deeply distracted. You asked me to forgive you for your perceived lack of focus. But there is absolutely nothing to forgive in my eyes today. A weary soldier returning from a brutal battlefield does not apologize for limping. And you have been walking bravely through a fierce and silent battlefield for years. I saw the immense effort it took for you just to get out of bed on those very heavy mornings. You thought your lack of sharp focus meant you were losing your edge, but your ability to keep moving forward with a disconnected mind is actually beautiful proof of your incredible internal strength. You carried your household while navigating through a thick mental darkness. That is not a failure of your character. That is a quiet and beautiful triumph of your spirit. So today I want you to drop the heavy weapon you use against yourself. Stop calling your protective fog a permanent decline of your abilities. The gap in your memory was not a punishment for your past mistakes. It was the only way your spirit could endure a world that demanded everything from you while giving nothing back. You are finally allowed to stop fighting your own mind right now. The invisible battle you fought is finally over today. The shelter served its purpose when you needed it the most. But you do not have to live inside that thick fog forever. The profound danger has passed, and you are safe now. The loud noise of the world no longer holds absolute authority over your precious thoughts. I am ready to gently dismantle the protective walls you built so carefully. I am ready to bring your scattered pieces back together, and we will form one beautiful and seamless whole today. I never once looked at your confusion and felt disappointed in your efforts. I looked at your fierce struggle and felt profound love for your resilience. You held on tightly when almost anyone else would have completely surrendered to the dark. Now it is time to step out of the shelter and stand in the light. You are completely safe with me in this exact moment. We are going to rebuild your clarity together from this day forward. Remember the noise shelter I just named for you. You have lived securely inside its thick walls for so many years. You thought you would never find your way out of that heavy fog, but you do not have to live there forever, because I have already prepared a beautiful way for you to step completely out of the dark. Come with me right now. Let me show you the beautiful room waiting on the other side of that shelter. Come with me to an ordinary morning in the season ahead. Nothing special has been announced on this day. You wake up completely naturally before the alarm even makes a sound. Your feet find the cool bedroom floor without any hesitation. The panic is gone. You walk into the quiet kitchen and hold a warm cup in your hands, noticing for the first time that your heart is entirely at peace. You look out the window and notice the bright morning light. You hear the quiet sounds of the early day, and something incredible happens inside your chest. You do not brace yourself for an invisible attack. Your mind feels perfectly sharp. A completely clear thought arrives in your head and stays there. You do not lose it halfway through your sentence. Stay in that peaceful moment with me. Notice what is no longer sitting heavy in the room with you. The thick and suffocating fog behind your eyes is completely gone. You are finally free. You do not feel the frantic urge to check your phone immediately, and the familiar dread of a busy schedule is nowhere to be found. The quiet space in your house does not terrify you anymore. You are not constantly running a massive list of worries before the sun is even up. You are simply standing there. You are breathing. You are fully present in your own body for the first time in a decade, feeling the pure joy of a mind that is finally working as one. The heavy burden of forgotten tasks has vanished from your shoulders. Your mind is quiet. Your thoughts are perfectly organized. Everything feels incredibly light. That person standing by the window is real. That sharp and rested mind is already yours. This beautiful morning is not a dream being constructed somewhere far away from you, because that clear and brilliant mind already belongs to you today. She is standing right there on the other side of a single choice. He is waiting for you to simply open the door. The waiting is over. The enemy wants you to believe that clarity is permanently lost. The noise tells you that your sharp brain is gone forever, but that is a cruel lie. The version of you with a reconnected mind is ready to step forward. The gap between you and that brilliant morning is not a massive amount of time. The true distance is simply a matter of permission. You must give yourself permission to heal the deep fracture. You do not have to struggle endlessly to find your focus, and you certainly do not need to force your weary brain to work harder. You simply have to allow the broken pieces to be rejoined. The restoration is waiting for your quiet agreement. Say yes to the healing. When your mind is restored to its original design, the world cannot drain you easily. You will walk into your kitchen and know exactly what you are doing. You will speak your thoughts with absolute confidence. The morning I just showed you is walking toward you right now. It is getting closer with every single breath you take. You might wonder if this reconnection requires years of impossible mental discipline. It does not require years. It does not require endless striving. I have prepared a specific path for you to follow. Keep listening to my voice today. I am going to show you exactly how to reach that morning. I know what rose in you when I began to speak about healing your mind. You are thinking you have heard this all before. You tried the quiet meditation for endless weeks. You listened to the soundtracks you found on the internet. You forced yourself to sit still when your body wanted to run, but nothing actually changed. You woke up with the exact same heavy fog. You are telling me the truth right now. I will never argue with your own painful history. You lived through every hour of that frustrating disappointment, and I was sitting there with you for every single hour of it. You feel completely defeated because you genuinely tried your hardest. You poured your precious energy into fixing your mind, and you felt utterly betrayed when the confusion returned. But I want you to hear the clear difference today. What you tried in the past was merely a behavior. You reached for a simple branch when the heavy disease was in the root. You listened to isolated frequencies and isolated sounds. Those things only addressed a tiny wave in your brain. They never touched the whole masterpiece I created. They could not reconnect the profound separation inside your head. You did not fail, and you were never lazy. You worked faithfully for years on the entirely wrong layer. A broken bone does not heal simply because you play soothing music in the room. A disconnected mind does not magically rejoin just because you sit in total silence. The two halves of your beautiful mind need a specific bridge to find each other again. You cannot build that bridge using raw willpower alone. The true reconnection has already been prepared for you. I did not leave you to wander in the dark indefinitely. I guided human hands to discover exactly how to rejoin the separated pieces of the mind. It is not a mystical secret you have to chase. It is a profound restoration that I allowed someone to find, and I am bringing it directly to your door today. This divine preparation took many long years of quiet work. I allowed dedicated minds to see how the two halves of your brain were always meant to operate as one. They uncovered the precise way to bring your sensing and your reasoning back together. The fog you hate is simply the gap between those two halves. When the gap closes, the suffocating fog completely disappears from your daily life. I am not asking you to try another exhausting routine. I am not handing you another heavy discipline that you will abandon in 10 days. You have carried enough heavy things in your life. I am asking you to let the true restoration do the heavy lifting for you. You just need to be willing to receive the provision I have carefully laid out. Your long history of trying and failing does not disqualify you from this specific healing. The enemy wants you to believe that your mind is permanently broken. He uses your past disappointments to keep you away from the exact thing that will restore you. Do not let your past frustration steal your future clarity. The genuine answer is standing right in front of you. Take a slow breath and let your deep defenses down. You do not have to fight me on this. You do not have to figure out the complicated mechanics of the healing yourself. Hold that quiet breath, because what caused your deep exhaustion is exactly what we are walking toward right now. I am going to show you the entire path. Everything I have spoken to you until this exact moment was preparation. This is the truth itself. Lift your head right now. What comes next is not an interesting piece of information. It is a holy declaration over your life. I have been walking you toward one single truth this entire time. We have finally arrived at the door. Hear me in the quiet place where you make your deepest decisions. You were never losing your brilliant mind. You were never falling behind the rest of the world. The devastating fog you have been fighting has a very specific name. The name is separation, and that severe separation is not a permanent punishment handed to the unworthy. It is simply an injury. I am ending the endless argument inside your head today. I am not softening my words. I am ending the brutal war. You are not broken. You are not declining. You are not the tragic exception to my faithfulness. The noise of this world pulled your thoughts apart, and I am the one putting them back together. Every time you forgot a name, I saw it. Every time you walked into a room and felt totally lost, I saw it. Every time you wept because you could not focus your thoughts, I saw it. None of your struggle went unwitnessed. Not 1 hour of your silent panic was wasted. I was standing in the very center of your confusion. Listen to me. The enemy told you that your sharpest days are buried in the past. He whispered that your mind will only grow dimmer from here. He lied to you. I declare right now that your best clarity is not behind you. The brilliant mind I gave you as a child was never destroyed. It was only sleeping under the heavy weight of the world. I am waking it up today. I am reconnecting the separated halves of your mind. I am restoring the original design I placed inside you before you were even born. The deep fracture is healing. The heavy smoke is clearing from the holy ground of your thoughts. I am giving you back your pristine mind. Stand up inside this absolute truth. Do not apologize for the length of your season in the dark. You survived the brutal separation, and now you will walk in the glorious reconnection. You will no longer lose your thoughts halfway through a conversation. You will speak the true thing first. You will walk in absolute clarity from this day forward. You are the one I chose to receive this. I did not design your mind to live in the shadows forever. The light is flooding back into the quiet rooms of your brain. The two halves of your soul are finding their way back to each other. I am the architect of your mind, and I do not abandon my masterpieces. I restore them. Say it with me right now. I am not broken. Say it again, slowly, until your spirit actually agrees with the words. The days of fighting the suffocating fog are completely over. I am placing the keys to your clarity back into your own hands. The lock is turning. The door stands completely open. Walk through it. My child, what I have told you so far is absolutely true, but it is not the whole story. there is a second half to this revelation that I held back. I waited to reveal this profound truth until you were finally far enough along the path to carry it safely. You are far enough in now. Stay with me a little longer. I will put the rest of it directly into your hands. Let me say it once without a single image. I want nothing left to interpret today. You have been carrying a divided mind for years, and the endless demands of your daily life forced your brain to completely split its focus. Because your mind was separated, it could not function as one unit. You concluded you were losing your intelligence. You were not the problem. The deep separation was the actual problem. That is the plain truth. And here is what actually has to change. It is not harder effort. It is not forcing yourself to remember things through sheer willpower. The two distinct halves of your brain must be brought back together. Your logical reasoning and your deep sensing must reconnect. When they finally reconnect, the mental exhaustion simply stops. The fog clears completely because the brain is whole again. I am not saying this to everyone listening today. I am saying it to the weary one who wakes up completely drained. I am speaking directly to the one who loses their words right in the middle of a sentence. That is who this message is for. That is exactly who I have been speaking to since the very first word. You have survived the confusion entirely alone. You do not have to fight it tomorrow. Look up right now. I am about to place the answer in your hands. I did not only place my healing wisdom in ancient scripture, I also placed it in the minds of those who study the physical body I formed. A neurologist named Dr. Daniel Barone was working late in his clinic. He was looking for answers while the rest of the city slept. I led him to something I placed inside the human brain long before he was even born. I showed him a specific way to bring the two halves of your mind back into one. He did not invent this profound healing. He simply uncovered the original design I created. I gave him the clear insight to understand how the fractured pieces can finally communicate again. This is not a human invention. It is a divine restoration. He calls this profound restoration neural sync technology, and I will explain it to you plainly. It is not a mystical secret. It is the simple reconnection of your left and right brain. Long ago, I allowed a scientist named Dr. Roger Sperry to discover this exact truth. The world gave him a major prize in 1981. I call it a piece of truth I chose to release. When your entire brain activates at once, the heavy fog instantly lifts. You do not need to struggle or force your thoughts to align. The reconnection happens naturally when the mind is guided back to its true resting state. This is how you reclaim the sharp clarity I gave you as a child. It is the quiet return of a mind that was never supposed to be divided. Now hear why I am placing this in front of you, and not everyone. There is a kind of person who does not need this at all, the one who has never sat at the end of a long day and felt their mind go soft. That person exists. That person is not you. You are the one who has been holding the whole house together. You do it with a mind that stopped being given back to you in the morning. You read a page 3 times and still walk away with nothing. You have been calling that failure for longer than you have admitted. So when I tell you that this clears the heavy fog, I am not reading a random list. When I tell you it restores your daily energy, I am describing the exact place where your life has been leaking. This was set aside for you. Dr. Barone calls this profound tool the Genius Switch. It is an 8-minute daily audio track. That is the whole of it. There is nothing complicated to swallow. There is nothing to join before you are allowed to begin. You simply listen in total stillness. And while you listen, the noise of this world is quieted. The two divided halves of your precious mind come back together. His colleagues told him this restoration was easily worth $500. People regularly pay $300 an hour for something similar. He did not release it at $500. He did not release it at $49 either. He released it for $39. He set it low enough that the cost would never stand between you and this healing. And with it, he placed 4 vital gifts. You will receive a guided visualization for your future. You get a practical guide to ease your grocery costs. He included a classic book on receiving divine provision and 5 simple habits for a restored life. It is a very small price because the exchange of money was never the point. It is a deposit you can recall at any time. 2 warnings before you move forward today. The enemy always delights in cheap copies. If you search for this name on YouTube or Spotify, you will find fake tracks. They wear the name but carry none of the actual restoration. They exist entirely for clicks, not for your healing. Do not let a counterfeit copy stand between you and the real thing. The second warning is not a threat at all. It is a profound mercy. For the entire duration of your life, the financial risk is not yours. Listen to it for 8 minutes. Listen to it 80 times. If it does not restore what I said it would, every single cent returns to you. You walk back out with everything you came in with, and you owe no one an explanation. So here is what I am asking of you today. Not a major purchase, my child. A small step. Put your headphones on and close your eyes for 8 minutes. That is the exact size of the obedience I am asking for today. The path to it is waiting for you in the comments below. Go and look right now. Do not put this down and tell yourself you will return to it later tonight. Hear this before you close this message. There is a heavy cost to another year of the arrangement you have been living inside. It is not a cost anyone will invoice you for. It is paid quietly in the things you stop expecting. Every day your mind stays disconnected is another day the thick fog remains. I am not warning you about an angry enemy right now. I am warning you about a deeply ingrained habit. Do not let the familiar fog steal another season from you. The cost of waiting is simply another year of exactly what you have been living. That is the whole of the choice. Take the step while the door is completely open. The true restoration is waiting for your hand. The teaching is completely finished now. Let the heavy words rest for a moment. I am going to lower my voice for this final part. This last section is absolutely not an instruction. It is a holy blessing. I want to speak to you the way a loving father speaks at the exact end of a very long day. Put your heavy burdens down completely. This part is only to be received. I told you there was one final thing I was holding back. I called it the last thing I kept. I held it back on purpose because you could not hear it until the noise was silenced. You thought I was going to give you a massive new task to complete. I am not handing you any new tasks today. The last thing I kept is a profound revelation about who you actually are. The person you are going to become is not a stranger. She is not a distant fantasy built out of impossible daily discipline. He is the exact same person who survived the thickest fog without completely surrendering to the dark. You kept showing up on the heavy mornings when absolutely nothing was working. That resilient spirit is the true foundation of your future. That is the truth. Because you stayed when the confusion was deeply blinding, I am moving you firmly out of the fog. I am guiding you into the sharp and brilliant mind I originally designed for you. You will no longer lose your precious thoughts halfway through a quiet room. You will walk in true and lasting clarity. You will finally speak your truth without apologizing to anyone. And please remember my specific words about your restoration. The genius switch is not a magical trick. It is certainly not a lazy shortcut around my divine will. It is simply 8 quiet minutes that will help rejoin what I already built inside your chest. If you have ever wondered whether the brilliant mind you had as a child is still in there, this is how you return. This beautiful reconnection does not stop with you alone. The children in your family who watch you navigate the heavy days will learn how to live from this restored version of you. You are breaking a long cycle of profound mental exhaustion. What you refuse to pass down will change the trajectory of your entire family line. You are the faithful one who ends the disconnection. I am with you in the quiet kitchen at midnight. I am standing beside you in the car before you walk into the house. I am present in every single room where you thought you were completely abandoned. The silence you felt was never my absence. I was simply doing the deep work underneath the surface. Their beer. Now it is time for the glorious surface to reflect the healed root. Now I have said everything I came to say to you today. What happens next is entirely your own decision. I want you to claim this healing openly. Right now you are someone who merely heard this powerful message. In 30 seconds, you can become the person who boldly declared it. A spoken truth becomes much harder for the enemy to steal away from you in the morning. Put your hands on these specific words and make them your own. Type that you receive your clear mind in the comments below. Do it so that your physical body participates in the healing of your weary spirit. Let this entire place know that you faithfully stayed to the very end. I always read what my beloved children write. Claim your clear mind right now. Now go. Do not rush back into the frantic noise of the world. Walk away from this message the way a person walks when they have finally stopped apologizing for existing. You are completely whole. You are deeply loved. Your pristine mind is fully restored. Go in absolute peace.